Hey everybody, it's Alicia from Graceful Plants, and today I'm going to give you just a little update on a few of my plants. So I've had a couple of people ask me about a few plants that I have done videos on in the past, so I thought I would just give you a quick update, kind of as I'm bringing plants in from the sun porch into my house. And I'm not quite ready to do a fall plant tour yet because my house is an absolute disaster right now. I'm trying to find room, as you can probably see behind me. I am trying to find room for 100 plus houseplants, and most of them are currently in my office. So I just thought I'd go around quick and just kind of show you a few plants that people have kind of been asking about. So here we go. So I did a repotting video on my Crimson Princess, and she was one of the first plants that I brought in when it started getting cold at night, and I can already see that some of her pink leaves are starting to fade into that white. So I may have to put her in a different window. I was gonna try to keep her in this one because she fit perfectly right here, but I just don't want her to start losing any more variegation. So she's doing good since being repotted, no pest issues, but she's not too amused with this window at the moment. So she will probably be getting moved. So this is my watermelon peperomia that I had gotten from Hertz when I had ordered my cast iron plants. And if you've seen that video, he was very, very beat up, as you can tell from this little leaf, which it's about time for him just to be cut off. As you can see, this new little baby leaf that's coming in is looking good, but this guy up here, he was a little deformed. I don't know what had happened there, but the newer leaves are looking good, and kind of hard to see, but there is a baby coming. So he is making a comeback, albeit not pretty at the moment, but he's surviving. So if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw the picture from this guy, but this is my poor little white fusion that I have been fighting with since April, I believe is when he started to take a turn for the worst. I finally got to the point where I got so frustrated with him, I cut off all of his leaves. This was his last remaining green leaf, which I just posted a picture the other day, and he only had these 2 leaves, and now he's putting out a third here. So my white fusion is still alive. So here is one of the whale's fins that I had gotten from Hertz. Usually he's out on our fireplace mantle, but I had brought him in here for a picture, and I just haven't gotten back around to taking him back out there. But if you remember, there was just a little tiny stump with him, and that stump has actually grown quite a bit. So I'm very pleased with that. So Stumpy's definitely growing, and I'm thinking once he gets a little bit bigger, I might be actually doing a giveaway on him, but we'll see. It's still in the works. So here are the 2 cast iron plants that I had gotten from Hertz on the same shipment that I had gotten my watermelon peperomia. As you can see, the Milky Way cast iron is doing fairly well down here. What's this? A dried leaf. So as you can see, the Milky Way cast iron is doing fairly well. So if you remember the video, some of his leaves were very discolored and beat up, and they had these burn hole marks in them. So I had trimmed them down, and I kind of tried to keep them in a pointy-ish shape so they didn't look as altered, I guess you could say. But this was the biggest leaf this was the biggest leaf by far, and I really hated just to cut him completely back, so you can still see some of the discoloration and some of those marks. But the rest of the leaves are looking pretty good. So I'm still pretty happy with him. That's probably gonna be really hard to see this because my phone is dying, but I did move my Burros Tail in here. He is in a western facing window, which was where he was before I moved everything out for the summer. But of course, as I was bringing him inside, I bumped him, and if you can see over here, I knocked a ton of leaves off of him. So I was pretty upset with myself. You can see down there. So I was pretty annoyed with myself, but I guess it is what it is. Sorry, don't mind my messy table, but my phone is dying and I'm kind of running out of time here, so I don't have enough time to make everything look pretty. But one of the plants that I get the most questions on is my ZZ that had root rot to it. And these are the splits that I had taken off that had the most root rot issues to them, which they're actually, thanks Hank, which they're actually not doing that bad. As you can see, this is a new baby that's come up and is slowly starting to unfurl. But you see over here, this guy right here is shriveling up and yellowing and is just looking like a hot mess. So I don't know what his deal is. So I think I might end up just trimming this guy off, but they are in need of some water. I've been holding off watering him, but I think it's about time. You can see he's starting to shrivel up a little bit, so he's definitely looking for some water. So the last plant that I often get questions about is my ivy that had the spider mites, and you know what? I gave up and I just threw them away. It wasn't worth fighting. It was a losing battle, and I've already got another huge ivy, and I was over it. I was tired of my sun porch smelling like neem oil, so he went bye-bye. Right, Jack? He went bye-bye. He went bye-bye. But I hope you enjoyed my quick plant update. I will be doing a full plant tour for the fall once I get everything brought inside and kind of settled down into their new homes. But as always, you guys are awesome. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. If you like this video or any of my other videos, please share with any of your other plant-loving friends, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye! Somebody's trying to break into Mama's office. Somebody's trying to break in.